What's going on, beautiful people? I am the Grandmaster, and I also go by D-Ray, bringing you guys the very first week of the ICP, where we take on our buddy, our pal, our hermano, MarioBee, coach of the Roll Street Rillabooms. If you're excited for this matchup, do me the massive favor and shadow call that thumbs up button. And if you're new, por favor, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, hit the bell button to get notified every single time we post a new video. As you probably saw at the time of recording this, well, actually the time of you, I shouldn't say that, at the time of you seeing this, that's the better word, yesterday, right? Because I think these goes up on Fridays. We had the draft stream on a Saturday, but that's because of my scheduling, but I believe we are going to post this on Friday. We're obviously playing a little bit ahead of time, but you're going to see this on Friday. If that's the case and it all lines up well, you have seen the debut of the EWT yesterday. Well, you'll see that we have a little bit of a change. I think I'm going to try this way better. So I did the EWT before I did this one, and I realized when I was recording that I wanted to change for this video is you can't see the team before we get started in the little bit of an intro that we do. So we put a little question mark so you don't find out the first Pokemon we bring. But essentially we're going to talk about the team, what we're going to bring, why we're going to bring it, and a little bit of a team recap before we get into the battle. Yeah, so if you're ready, pull up a chair, get your popcorn ready, and hit the lights.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared?
Okie dokie, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Let's hop on into the team. So before we discuss what we're going to bring, let's talk about MarioBee's team. The Roll Street Rillabooms consists of, in order from fastest to slowest, those are the numbers that are on the side: Azelf, Scolipede, Salamence, Golbat, Excadrill, Rotom, Moform, Monch, Primarina, Incineroar, Marshtomp, and Gigalith. So a couple different things to note about his team. Very well built. I didn't help Mario build this team. We were in a he's my week one opponent, so we didn't really discuss what we wanted to bring and all that fun stuff, or we wanted to draft, I should say. So looking at his team, I'm very impressed with the team that he built. I like it a lot. I don't think that, you know, the Marshtomp is kind of, the Marshtomp's kind of there, but hey, for the most part, it's pretty good because he's got himself a ground type, he's got himself a water type to kind of suffice for the Marshtomp. But that's the thing. He does have a couple different threats that we do have to keep in mind. He's got Excadrill in sand. With Sand Rush, that thing's going to be the fastest thing aside from many Scarfers we want to roll with. He's got Azelf, which is very hard hitting and either on the physical or the special side, so he can run either or. Scolipede is going to be really tough to deal with. With that speed boost ability, obviously with the Sand Rush on Excadrill plus speed boost on Scolipede, my man's has the speed game covered, so we're going to have to kind of maneuver around that. Salamence is a phenomenal pairing with Excadrill defensively and offensively. Excadrill doesn't like to deal with those grass types. Salamence can handle those pretty well, so that's pretty solid there. Primarina is going to be kind of an issue, so we got to deal with Primarina. Incineroar is going to be kind of annoying to deal with as an Intimidator plus Salamence, so he's got dual Intimidate on this team. There's a lot of really cool elements to this squad. But if I were to guess the 6 Pokemon I think he's going to bring, I would say probably Scolipede would be the first mon that I would want to bring. Excadrill and Gigalith to get that Sand Rush shenanigans or the Sand Force shenanigans going. Probably bring Salamence. I would assume that maybe the Incineroar comes as well, so maybe some dual Intimidate action. And if I were to say the 6-mon, I would say either a toss-up between Primarina and Rotom Mo. I personally would be Rotom Mo against my team, but that's him. Primarina could be a solid bring as well, but those are the 6-mon I think he's gonna bring. So let's talk about our team. The very first mon we're gonna bring is the Alpha. We have Landorus Etherian showing up with leftovers in the Intimidate ability, Earthquake, Stone Edge, U-Turn, and Protect. So Protect is there for a couple reasons. Number one, it's going to help us get some leftovers recovery because we don't get dished by the sand, obviously, because we are a ground type, which is nice. And it's also going to act as a way for us to stall the stand turns, so that way we can kind of waste them so Excadrill can't take advantage of them. Landorus Therian is going to be phenomenal against the vast majority of his team. It stops Excadrill. It semi-stops Salamence for the most part, with the Stone Edge being able to come in on it and drop its attack. If it's special, that's going to be kind of an issue, but we do handle it that way. We do handle the Incineroar being able to come in and threaten him with an Earthquake. We handle the Gigalith as we come in. We can handle with Earthquake as well. Scolipede can bring Aqua Tail. That is something that he could bring, and it's something we do have to scout out for. So aside from that, the vast majority of his team is threatened by the Alpha. So I think it's going to be pretty solid. We do have Earthquake plus Stone Edge to be able to hit everything on his team, at least neutrally, if not super effectively. U-Turn is there to be able to pivot out. So if we can get on the Excadrill, we can assume that he probably doesn't want to stay in, so we can get U-Turn momentum on that. And that's about it for the Alpha there. So we have the next one coming up is going to be Santa Claus. We have Weavile showing up with the Life Orb and the Pressure ability, Knockoff, Icicle Crash, Low Kick, and Ice Shard. So we have enough speed to outspeed a Azelf. I think it's Timid max speed. A Timid max speed Azelf, which is phenomenal. We can knock that thing out with one shot with the knockoff. We ran Life Orb this week to be able to switch up moves. We're running 28 EVs in HP to end with that nice little 9 number. So this is very important. I actually learned this from OG Albina and Just Kurt, that whenever you run a Life Orb, because the way math works and the percentage that you take from Life Orb every single time, you take that 1/10. Every single time, you're always going to have that one extra hit with Life Orb and have enough HP. So make sure if you guys are running a Life Orb, fun fact, make sure your HP stat ends with the 9. Very, very, very important. So that's the thing. That's why we're running the 28 EV specifically. The rest is going to be attack, max attack essentially. And we had 8 left over. I'm sorry, we had 4 left over. We put in the defense. 44 in Spadef to be able to handle some air slashes from the Golbat. That could be a thing. We actually are able to live a Thunderbolt from a modest max speed Rotom-Mow, which is what the 44 is there for, which is really nice. And like I said, the speed's there for the Azelf. So this is here to threaten a lot of his team. Icicle Crash is going to be phenomenal for the Salamence, for the Golbat, for the Rotom-Mow, which is really nice. Low Kick is there primarily for the Gigalith, which is phenomenal. And Ice Shard is there to be able to threaten any kind of Moxie Scarf or Dragon Dance Salamence in case he wants to bring that. So just in case. That's Weavile. Next mon we have is going to be the Dark Magician. We have Slowking Galarian form. We have Assault Vest with the Regenerator ability, Broken Ass ability, Sledge Bomb, Psychic, Scald, and Future Sight. So the idea behind this is to be able to come in and basically chew hits and deal damage back. We have a lot of Fizz Def, as you can see, so we're mixed defensive. Only with the Assault Vest though, because we're not running that much bulk on the Spadef side. Aside from the Assault Vest, we have to make sure we don't get that knocked off from the Incineroar or from the Azelf. I believe also carries knockoff, so we do have to keep that in mind. Psychic is there for the Scolipede, which would be really nice. Excuse me. Also super effective damage on the Golbat, and we have Scald there to be able to threaten burns on the Excadrill, on the Gigalith, on the Incineroar to get super effective damage on that, to threaten burns with the Salamence, with the Scolipede. A lot of physical attackers on his team, so Scald burns is going to be able to really nice for his team. And Future Sight is on there as a tech move to be able to attack his team for 120 base tower plus stab, 120 base power, I should say, plus stab. So he's gonna have to switch in and force an Incineroar in order to be immune to that, and thus I can Scald him and do massive amounts of damage. We want to be able to knock off the heavy duty boots that probably Incineroar is going to be carrying, so that way it's able to be forced to switch in often and take rocks damage if we're able to set that up. So spoilers, you do have rocks on this team. But yeah, do we have rocks on this team? We don't have rocks on this team. Did I change that? I didn't change that. Essentially just to get damage. I did change that. I don't remember. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. The game plan initially was to be able to force in the Incineroar to take as much damage as we want, but that was the first team. We just want to get those knocked off anywhere regardless to get as much chip damage as we possibly can, which would be super clutch. So we want to get that going. We have Unimon showing up this week. Oh no, we do have Stealth Rock. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Let's hope that this doesn't kind of trickle into the game. Next mod we have is Unimon. I just saw the 6 Pokemon that we brought. So we do have Stealth Rock. Spoiler. So the game plan stays intact. We want to get rid of the heavy duty boots on the Incineroar, so it's forced to come in every single time and take chip damage from the Stealth Rock. So that is the thing. Anyway, Keldeo Resolute. Fun fact for those who don't know, if you run Secret Sword, it has to be the Resolute form, or you can get called for forfeit, which is very, very interesting because it's an illegal set to run. Even though we're playing on the land timer, we have to make sure that this is a way you can scout from your opponent. If you're running Resolute, you can run the Secret Sword. If you have Secret Sword and you're not Resolute, it could be considered illegal and your opponent can call forfeit. Fun fact. So make sure you guys are careful with that whenever you want to run Keldeo. So just a little hindsight right there. We have 196 in speed with a timid nature to be able to outrun a Salamence, timid max speed, which is really nice. And the rest is in special attack. We have some bulk in our HP and the rest in the defenses because we had 8 left over. We have leftovers to be able to come in and switch in often and get a little bit of residual recovery, which is really nice, and also to mitigate the sand damage. We have Scald and Secret Sword, like I said. Again, Scald is for the same reasons that we had on the Galarian Slowking. Secret Sword is there to be able to hit the defensive side of the Gigalith instead of having to run Focus Blast or Aura Sphere, which is going to hit him Spadef wise. And because of the boost that he gets from the sand, the Secret Sword is going to be doing a lot more damage, which is really clutch. Icy Wind is there primarily for the Salamence, but it does hit the Golbat for super effective damage as well, and as well as the Rotom Mo, which is really nice. Flip Turn is there to be able to get the momentum. If we have a little bit of a leg up here with the Keldeo, we can get some momentum here with Flip Turn, which will be super solid. He doesn't have any water immunities on his team, which is really nice. The Marshtomp doesn't get water absorb, so that's pretty cool. Next Pokemon we have is Roman the Scizor. With the Lumberry, we have Bullet Punch, Knockoff, Roost, and U-Turn. We have Max HP. This is the bulky pivot for this week. We have this is essentially here for one reason and one reason only. This is here to not lose to Scolipede. Scolipede is a massive threat to my team, so I want to make sure I have a check for that. So that's what Scizor is here for. It's here only for the fast bug. So Knockoff is there to get rid of boots on any items, obviously, and it gets super effective damage on the Azelf, which is phenomenal. Roost is there for longevity, U-Turn is there for stabbing to get that pivot momentum, and Bullet Punch is there for priority. Very self-explanatory. I want to be able to chip down that Scolipede as much as possible, ensure that this thing comes in and we don't, just auto lose. We have Lumberry there to not get Will-O-Wisp by the Rotom, and to be able to switch in on the Primarina, which is really nice, and be able to shrug off that burn with the Lumberry. So here's the rocks that I was talking about. We're bringing Eat More Chicken, the Miltank. Leftovers and the Scrappy ability. The reason we're running Scrappy is because of the buff this generation. It did make it immune to Intimidate, which is super clutch. So he has 2 Intimidators on his team. We were debating between this and Mimikyu. Even though Incineroar does take neutral damage from Play Rough and then super effective damage onto the Salamence, I don't want to have them keep shuffling in and out with their Intimidates and just bring Mimikyu's attack down and just null and void the Swords Dances. So instead we decided to bring the Scrappy Miltank, which is really nice. He doesn't have a ghost type on his team, but it is going to be able to help us be immune to Intimidate, because Miltank doesn't really have the highest attack power. We don't want to have those go down even lower and do less damage. That would be no bueno. We're running leftovers for longevity. Ice Punch is there for the Salamence primarily. Earthquake is there to get super effective damage onto the Excadrill, which is phenomenal, as well as the Gigalith and the Incineroar. Milk Drink is there for longevity, and then Stealth Rock is there for what we talked about before. We want to make sure we get knocked off all the boots on his team and be able to force them to come in and out and just get worn down by Stealth Rock, which would be super clutch for us to chip down his team to be able to get either Santa Claus or Unimon to come in and clean up the game, which would be super nice. Azelf obviously outspeeds the entire team, so that is something that we do have to keep in mind, but I do think we can have a couple different ways around it. So that is going to be the team. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Again, if you guys enjoy this style of team builder, let me know down in the comments. It really does mean the world to me to get that feedback. I really do listen to what you guys say. Whatever looks best for you guys to get all the information, make it quick and easy for me in production is always going to be really nice. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this, let me know down below. And if you're good to go, grab that popcorn, pull up a chair, and I'll see you guys over the matchup. Beautiful people, we are in the battle. It took us fucking forever. Mario, I didn't say it in call. I'm sorry, I guess I had to update my game, and that's the reason why we didn't connect. we are here now. Everything is good. We had guessed his team 90% correct. I thought that the Gigalith would come. Instead, the Azelf comes. Probably for a Dark Magician. I could lead with Roman and be pretty safe with anything that he wants to lead with, or I can lead with Eat More Chicken, which is something that I could do as well. Just to kind of soak up a hit, get up rocks, etc, etc, etc. There's a couple things that I'm sure that he could do to lead off with, but I think I'm pretty safe with leading off with Eat More Chicken just to get up rocks. If he has Rapid Spin on Excadrill, that could be his removal, or Defog, but I want to get up Stealth Rocks as soon as possible, which would be nice, which would be really, really nice. But we already said it in the DMs. Good luck, have fun, Mr. Mario B. He is a really close friend of mine. I love him to death. I hope he gets his team in time. It's looking like he's going to. He did. Cool. Wrote him. But this is the ICP, guys. We are super excited. This league has been long anticipated. I'm very excited to get this underway. And we'll see what we could do. We'll see what we could do. We're gonna play relaxed, we're gonna have good time in this league and see how the cookie crumbles. He leads off with, what the hell, what's that called? That's some kind of Aztec name. Alright, so I think I just wanna straight up Ice Punch him. Like right out the gate. We're scrappy. So I wanna click Ice Punch and just attack what's in front of me for right now. And then we'll just go from there. I'm gonna click Ice Punch. Just gonna do a boatload of damage. Save some time here. See what he wants to do. Salamence, Incineroar, Rotom. He brought the Primarina. He brought the Azelf. He brought the Excadrill. Alright, Salamence. What you got for me, Salamence? But now that we're in the battle, guys, take the time to answer the common question of the day. Goes for Dual Wing Beat. Does a good chunk. Does a good chunk. We go for the Ice Punch here. See how much damage we could do. It does more than half, which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I kind of want to set up my Stealth Rock here. He's going to lose a Salamence, so he has to switch. So we're going to go ahead and set up rocks. I doubt he's going to want to lose a Salamence here. He does withdraw. Brings in Aerial. This is the Primarina. Did we EV? I built this team so long ago. So do we outspeed Primarina? Primarina, Choice Specs, Modest, Timid, and if he's at level 50, we get the Rockies up. Miltank does indeed outspeed it, guaranteed, unless he's Choice Scarf. Do I want to attack here? Go for an Earthquake, Milk Drink. What do we do here? I kind of want to switch. If we switch, we probably go into Dark Magician. So let's go ahead and do that. And see what he wants to do. We can chew any hit, get some damage off here. But here comes the debut of the Dark Magician. Unfortunately, you're not going to see my custom shiny sprites because we did update the game in order for us to play, so I have to update my software, which is unfortunate. We'll probably see those a little bit later on in the season, probably next week. So we weren't able to connect land this week, or today, because I guess it updated the game and thus my custom firmware didn't work, so you won't get to see the custom shiny sprites, which is very, very sad. I probably will try to. I just realized I have Heatran on my layout. Why is Heatran here? Heatran is from the NCP. You shouldn't be here, buddy. This is actually supposed to be Weavile. It's funny I didn't catch that. Alright. Weavile. Let's switch this over for you guys. Let's switch that over. He brings in the Excadrill. He is Mold Breaker. That is huge to know. That is huge to know. So let's go ahead and put Weavile on the layout for everybody. Perfection. Excellent. Okay, so we're switching out. We are not staying in on this thing. I think what we could do is bring in the Alpha and then just drop his attack and see what he wants to do. There's really nothing that he could do against our Lando here. So let's go ahead and switch him out. Phenomenal information to have. Obviously, it wasn't going to be Sand Rush, I think, because he doesn't have the Gigalith here, but just getting that confirmation is phenomenal. So let's see. Rapid Spin gets rid of rocks. Does have the +1 speed boost. We do have to keep that in mind. It gets a crit. Love to see it. But we do have the leftovers, which is nice. Get a little bit of residual recovery back. I do want to go for a U-turn because I'm sure he does not want to stay in. It is going to be a slow pivot if he wants to hit us. If I go for Earthquake, what does he bring in? I kind of want to... Should I U-turn? Let's U-turn. There's no way he stays in, unless he's Sugar Berry. but he gets rid of rocks. He did want to get rid of him pretty quick, so maybe he doesn't have heavy duty boots on the Salamence or on the Incineroar. But he's -1 attack. And he's not going to do much damage to me, so I think that going for a U-turn is just going to be a safe play all around, and then we'll just kind of play as we go here, right? So we have Rapid Spin on the Excadrill, we have Flip Turn on the Primarina. Goes for Swords Dance, decides to stay in like a G. Okay, I'm cool with this, I'm cool with this. We can just come back right in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in Slowbro. I'm gonna bring in Slowking, and I'm gonna tempt him to go for an Earthquake, and I'm just gonna bring back in Lando. I'm gonna drop his attack again. So here's the Dark Magician, and then I'm gonna switch back out into Lando. So that tells me he's probably Sugar Berry. Setup on this thing. So Rapid Spin plus setup. Okay, Swords Dance. Let's see. If he goes for Earthquake, that's best case scenario here. Excadrill, level 50. He's at +1, now he's going to be back in neutral. So I'm going to tempt him to go for an Earthquake here. Goes for Iron Head, good play. Does decent damage, decent damage. We should still be able to eat another one here. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Earthquake if he's content with leaving this in. He is going to outspeed us because of the Rapid Spin, which is unfortunate. I should have just attacked him, so that was my fault. I should have just attacked what was in front of me. If he wants to switch out now, that's fine. We're going to get another round of leftovers here. But we should still be able to chew one more Iron Head. It does with the draw this time around, which is fine. But so Colt, that is the Salamence. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and. So he made the right plays. I like the way he's playing. I dig it. I dig it a lot. dig it a lot. All right, so we are at 93 HP. I'm going to switch out and I'm going to bring back in Eat More Chicken probably. Or I can bring in Roman. He doesn't go for Fire Move here. There's no way. He could go for Fire Move though. I'm going to bring in Chicken. Yeah, let's bring in Eat More Chicken. We ate that dual wing beat pretty well. And I can get back up rocks. Or threaten an Ice Punch again. So here comes Cow. Goes for the Roosts. We get the Cow in for free. And I think we just set up rocks. We get around the leftovers here, which is really nice. Roost. Dual Wing Beat, the blank. I'm going to set up my Rockies. He knows I have the Ice Punch. He's probably going to want to switch here, which is my guess. Dual Wing Beat plus Roost. Maybe Dragon Dance and Dragon Move. It could be a setup set. So we'll see. We're pretty fat, guys. We're pretty fat. We're pretty chunky. We took like 25% from that Dual Wing Beat. We're going to get a little bit more leftovers recovery. We're going to get our Rockies back here again. I don't want to grant him this momentum. I really don't. So what I'm going to do is I think just go for an Earthquake on this play. Or I could go for a Milk Drink to see what he wants to do. Milk Drink is nice middle ground play. Kind of to see how offensive this thing is. If I stay in, I can eat any hit from anything and go for Earthquake. So I think that Milk Drink is kind of a nice play just to kind of see what he wants to do. So I'm gonna Earthquake. I'm gonna Earthquake for some damage. Let's stay in. We do outspeed, get a little bit of chip off on this thing. It's good chip, good chip. That was a crit. Okay, so he's super Fizz Def. Calm Mind. Okay. Not today, sir. Not today. Now that he's setting up, we're gonna switch in the Dark Magician. We're not having this in the playground today. No sir, no sir, no sir. We don't have toxic, so we do have to get out of here. This tells me it's probably like max fizz death. Mind you, that cow doesn't really have that much damage output, but nonetheless, Dark Magician comes in. +1, probably Spidef, Primarina, or Fizdef, I should say. Flip turn plus Calm Mind. Very interesting. I personally am not the biggest fan of setup plus flip turn, but it worked out for him here, for sure. So I think on this next coming play, I want to bring in Scizor. I think Scizor is going to be really nice. Oh, he brings in this. Okay, can I chew a hit here? I'm pretty sure I can. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring up... We've used not as many times. So Azelf. Azelf, and he is modest. Modest, and he has Psychic and or Psyshock. Alright, how much damage do you do, big boy? Not a lot. Not a lot at all. So we can actually do a big chunk here with Sludge Bomb. So let's go for it. Let's go for a Sludge Bomb. We can chew whatever he wants to go for. Goes to the knockoff, gets rid of our... Oh, he's physically offensive. Okay. So we're gonna get off a big Sludge Bomb here. Big damage, big damage. And the poison, you love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, so on the Psychic play, I think I'm gonna bring in Scizor. So let's go and switch out and get a Regenerator. Losing our Self-Fest sucks, but I think we'll be just fine. So we're gonna bring in Roman here on the Psychic type move. We have a lot of chip, if anything at all. We've got some chip on the Excadrill, a little bit of chip on the Primarina. Here's Scizor. U-turn would be a fine play. Goes for Psyshock. Does absolutely nothing. And from here, does he die to Toxic? He does. Cool. Cool beans. I will take it. I will take it. Slowking kills Azelf with poison. Alright. Bet. So the Azelf is gone. Huge threat out the way. Huge threat out the way. Does this thing have fire coverage? Does this thing have fire coverage? Without the Azelf here, am I okay with letting Scizor go down? My guess is probably yes. I could go for a knockoff. He brought this in pretty quick. He brought this in pretty quick. So I'm actually going to, I'm a U-turn here. I'm gonna U-turn and see if I can get in Weavile. Goes for the Flamethrower. Okay, so he's mixed. Alright. That's fine. Salamence kills. This was mostly here for the this was mostly there for the Squillipede. So now we can get in Santa Claus for free. Santa Claus comes in for free. 4 freezies. And we get off a free knockoff. So here comes Weavile. I'm going to click knockoff on this play, expecting the Incineroar to come on in. And getting rid of that Incineroar's boots is going to be phenomenal. So he does withdraw. In comes the Incineroar. Let's get a knockoff off. Blue. Yep. So he has heavy duty boots. Let's get rid of this and let's get rid of these. Pretty sure I got a Stealth Rock, right? Yeah, there's boots. Let's double check. Info, did I get up rocks? I did indeed get up rocks, so this is gonna get chipped down every single time that it comes in. So our play now is to bring in Unimon. Unimon is pretty free. It does outspeed everything on his team now, which is phenomenal. The Azelf is gone. Now that the Azelf is gone, Keldeo can go absolutely nutty. Absolutely nutty. Parting shots out, that's fine. Unless he's got a Scarfer, this is the fastest thing I can flip turn out on whatever wants to come in. Primarina has Calm Mind and Flip Turn. Calm Mind, Flip Turn, Draining Kiss, and Scald. Probably. Here comes the Rotom. So, do I respect this? Oh, so this thing's leftovers. Phenomenal. So this is not Choice Scarfed. I can go ahead and Flip Turn on out here. So let's go ahead and do that. How much does Icy Wind do to a Rotom? Let's see. I just want to check. Rotom Mo. Offensive if he has no HP investment at level 50. Our Keldeo is doing 48 to 57%. If he's a max HP, does a little bit less. I'm going to Flip Turn here just to gauge damage. Flip Turn, if he's max HP, should do 7 to 8%. So let's see. Yeah, he's max HP. All right, that's good to know. That's good to know. Max HP Rotom. And on this play, we just bring in the Dark Magician. He could go for a... Actually, know what to bring in this? We're going to bring in more chicken. What's our good middle ground play here? Volt Switch allows in the Excadrill. So I'm actually going to bring in Eat More Chicken as a good middle ground play. Because we're going to chew whatever he wants to go for. He probably is going to go for a Volt Switch if I were to guess. Does Volt Switch. Yep. Okay, so brings us down to 133. Volt Switch does 30 to 36% to Miltank, sounds about right. So it's looking like he's probably max HP with a little bit of special attack investment. Because it probably did about that, 25%-ish or so. Interesting that this thing's coming in right now. Interesting that this thing's coming in right now. I think I can freely just go for, because I can chew a hit, I believe. Excadrill, Sand Rush, we'll call it Mold Breaker just in case. And then we have 252. Max attack, Adamant. If he's Adamant, level 50, Ice. Yeah, dude, I live a hit. So we're going to go for an Earthquake here. And pop the Sugar Berry, which is what I'm assuming is what he's got. And we do outspeed. There's the Sugar Berry, which is why he wanted to stay in on Lando. So we pop the Shuka. We do, if he goes for the Rapid Spin, that's a pretty solid play. So he can outspeed Keldeo. He does. Okay, so now we're at 111. We're at 55. Actually, you know what? After leftovers, do we still chew? 123. 123. We chew. We chew. We Earthquake again. We Earthquake again. He gets off the Rapid Spin to get rid of the hazards, which is a pretty solid play. But we're gonna Earthquake again. We're not gonna mess around with this thing. If he wants to stay in, we're going to knock it out. If he wants to switch, that's fine. We can get up Stealth Rock later. We want to chip down the Incineroar as much as it comes in. We had Scizor on there the entire time. Sorry, guys. Scizor, you have done a great service, sir. We didn't really need Scizor for anything else, to be honest. So I'm cool with that, being able to scout the fact that he had Flamethrower there. Alright, so he does bring this in. I'm just going to Ice Punch it, I think. I'm just going to Ice Punch it. There's no reason not to. I'm going to get a little bit more lefties here. Ice Punch is a pretty decent play. He does have Flamethrower on this. I want to make sure I have note on that. So from here, we're going to save some time. We're going to go for an Ice Punch. Get more damage off. Roost, Dual Wing Beat, Flamethrower, probably Dragon Move. I don't think he has setup with this. Maybe Defog. Or a Rotom could have Defog. All Rotom showing us is that he has Volt Switch. He wants to stay in here. That's fine. We do chew 2 of those, which is really great. We go for an Ice Punch here. We get close to knocking it out. I'm actually going to Milk Drink. I'm actually going to Milk Drink because I can chew another set of Dual Wing Beats. So I'm going to Milk Drink on this play and get a little bit of health back. Incineroar shows that he has the Parting Shot. And if he wants to Roost up with me, I'm fine with that, to be honest. And then we will go from there. He does withdraw. We get the Milk Drink off for free. We have a whole bunch of chip on this. If we can get up rocks, that would be phenomenal. He brings in the Primarina. That's okay. I think we just bring back in Slowking. No reason not to. We do get the Milk Drink off. Phenomenal animation. You love to see it. Good stuff. We out here putting in the work. We have a nearly fully healthy cow. We do love cow. Cow is a beast. Cow is a beast. I'm really sad that you guys don't get to see the custom shiny sprites. Really, really sad. We're going to bring back in Dark Magician. We don't have the Assault Vest anymore. That is something we do have to keep in mind. That is unfortunate, but that's okay. Not the biggest deal. Not the biggest deal. Bring in the Dark Magician. Calm Mind. We're gonna go for a Sludge Bomb here. I'm not afraid of anything this wants to go for. I'm really, really not. So we're gonna go ahead and click Sludge Bomb on this. He could bring in the Excadrill. That is fair. He could bring in the Excadrill, but if he brings in Excadrill, we can go ahead and switch on out. Should I double? No, I'm not gonna double. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb. Attack the threat that's in front of you. Primarina. Goes for another one. Level 50. If I can get a poison here, that would be great. So he has +2. We'll call it 252. No special attack investment. +2 special attack. Max HP. Can we get a poison here? No, no poison. Okay. This thing is going to be a problem. This thing is going to be a problem. I'm going to go for another one. Goes for Scald. Okay. We do chew one. Does get the burn. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get the poison? A little bit more chip. Does he now die to Lando's Earthquake? 52% to a Primarina max HP. He does. Okay. I'm okay with this exchange. I really, really am. I'm going to Sludge Bomb again. And you can take me out. That's fine. We're going to eliminate this threat. We're going to eliminate this threat. Max HP if he's max defense and if he's bold. Moonblast, Scald, Calm Mind, flip turn. Prim kills King. Okay. I'm going to bring in what? I think I have to bring in this. Huh. This is an interesting play here. This is an interesting play here. I just need to get off damage. I think we bring in Eat More Chicken. And get the damage off that we need so we can get it in range for Lando, I think. I think it's going to have to be the play here. But I'm assuming that this is max Fizz Def. If I can get it to 35 to 43%, then Lando can come in and they can knock this thing out. Keldeo is going to be phenomenal here, but the problem is I don't have coverage to hit the Primarina. That is a thing. So if I can keep this thing in range, I think we'll be okay. All he has is, yeah, that's in range now. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Goes for Moonblast. How much is this gonna do? A lot. Awesome, so we get this thing in range. I'm happy with this exchange. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. Cow has done its job. Cow has done his job. Shout out to Cow. Shout out to Cow. Alright, so we're gonna go for one more Earthquake here. One more Earthquake's gonna be really, really nice. It's gonna get this thing in range of Lando. And we'll just go from there. Alright, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. He's gonna knock us out here and I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Prim kills Miltank. Alright, Miltank goes down. We bring in Lando and we click Earthquake. I'm gonna wait just a second. We do still have all the pieces that we need. For sure skis. For sure skis. Did we outspeed Rotom? Mo. I think that we did. T52 Timid. Lando? Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna Earthquake here. Because it's free. Gonna Earthquake here. I don't think there's a reason for him to keep this thing around, to be honest. But we'll see. The Incineroar gets taken out by Keldeo. He does with the draw. Interesting. Interesting play. I don't know if I agree with this. Okay. Okay. We just will knock you out. Interesting plays here, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna go for Stone Edge. And I'm gonna knock this thing out. Goes for dual wing beat. We do chew. We do hit. Good stuff. Good stuff. Lando kills Salamence. Alright, so Lando now I think outspeeds everything, including the Excadrill. Salamence, where's Salamence? There he is. Alright, so we have Primarina, who's got some chip on it. We got Incineroar, and we have Excadrill. Excadrill has lost its Sugar Berry. If he's Jolly max speed, Orlando does indeed outspeed. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and even at -1. Even at -1. Can I kill this thing at -1? I think what I do here is I switch out to get my attack back, and I bring in Weavile. Weavile isn't needed here. It's nice, but it's not needed. Or maybe actually, oh, maybe that was a misplay for the Rotom. I think he goes for a Scald here though. Goes for Scald. Please no burn. 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 Please no. God damn it. That's fine. 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 No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. I think that was my biggest play. I think I'm gonna toss the game there with that. I'm gonna knock off here. No reason not to keep. No reason to keep this thing around now. No reason to keep this thing around now. We go for the knockoff. Okay. He's playing very smart. I did not need to make that play. I should have just brought in Keldeo. I think I could still save this as a sack, so I'm going to go ahead and switch. And I'm going to bring in Unimon. I think I should have brought in Unimon before because I do need this for the Rotom. But Icy Wind into U-turn should still knock this thing out, right? So, Rotom, did I toss there? I would say probably, which is fine. We're in the end game. I kind of had to think this out just a little bit more. I don't know how much time he's got left. U-turn does 36 to 44%. 29%. Actually, no, it's at -1. That's half. Almost half. 44% if he's max HP. How much do we do with Keldeo with our Icy Wind? Probably not enough. Parting Shot's out. That's fine. That is fine. Interesting turn of events here. I think that I have to go ahead and flip turn out. Bring in Weavile. Brings in Aerial. This thing is really annoying. This thing is super duper annoying. Now, this is going to tap the defense stat, right? So, Keldeo to a Primarina, who we have established to be 252. I don't think I do this. I don't pull the trigger now. I think that I have to go ahead and flip turn out here. Get a little bit of chip. And then we're going to go ahead and bring in Weavile. I should have kept Weavile around. Yeah, I should have kept Weavile around. Good play. That's fine though. That's fine. I think I'm okay with this. I get to see what he brings in. Okay. Primarina was a problem. I did not prep enough for Primarina. Alright, it brings in this. Our play is to bring in Unimon and click Scald. I think. I could just bring in... Yeah, I bring in Unimon and I Scald. I think that's the play. Let's Scald. Knocks this thing out. Perfect. Alright, the Excadrill is gone. Keldeo kills Drill. Do I still have the pieces to win this game? Question mark. Can I live a Thunderbolt here? Rotom, Mo. Level 50. How much does Thunderbolt do? We do still have a chance to live the hit if he's max special attack, which I do not think that he is. So I'm going to click Icy Wind. GG. That's so dumb, dude. Oh, that's the chip damage that we needed. I mean, I could have gone for Secret Sword here and been just fine, I think. That sucks. That sucks. That's unfortunate. Alright, I think that my downside here is I sacked Weavile. I shouldn't have sacked Weavile. I should not have sacked Weavile. That is for sure skis. How much damage can I do to Rotom with this? Landotherian. Yeah, dude, I need a crit to win this game and go for a fucking U-turn. That's unfortunate, guys. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that's game. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I think my middle ground play is here to click Stone Edge, but he's gonna keep shuffling this Incineroar around until I can't do any damage, which is a good play on his part. So I'm gonna go for Stone Edge. We do hit. Does not knock it out. Goes for Parting Shot. Yeah, dude. There's no reason for him not to do this. GG's. How much damage would I have done to Keldeo? With Keldeo, if he is not max HP. Icy Wind. Yeah, dude, I should have just gone for Secret Sword. That was my bad. Well, you hate to see it. You hate to see it, guys. You hate to see it. It's okay. It's week 1. I'm not worried about it too much. I think that the biggest play that I should not have done is sacked Weavile there. Weavile is probably the biggest thing. So there's no reason for him not to bring a Incineroar here. There's really none. I'm gonna go for an Earthquake because there's no reason not to. I'm gonna see if I can knock this thing out at -1. I don't think that it's in range. You did a good job preserving this being a max defense. Primarina was an issue, and I should have respected it a little bit more and brought a little bit more coverage for it. But it's gonna chew this hit. Wow. Wow, goes for Scald. GG's. He's gonna get the final kill here. Do me a massive favor, guys. Down in the description below will be a link to Mario's channel. Check him out over there. Leave a like on his video, watch his side of the battle, leave a comment down below on his video, tell him that we sent you, and support your fellow content creators. I'm not worried about week 1, guys. We're trying to find out the kinks here. We did lose this game 3-0, which is, you know, It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm kind of fine with this. Not the biggest deal. Not the biggest deal. Primarina was an issue. Primarina was a big problem. And so we'll definitely keep that in mind moving forward. I could have made a couple different plays. He made some straightforward stuff, which is really nice. I think that if I had kept around Scizor, we could have probably pulled it off. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm too upset with the way this game turned out. So, yeah, is what it is. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. And it's a long season, guys. It's a long season. We're still working out the kinks, and we'll bounce back. We'll see this guy definitely moving forward in playoffs. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm gonna get the heck up out of here. Have a great rest of your night, and above all else, be nice. Peace.